Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, a time of eclectic reading, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I am Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the newly joined Centers for Spiritual Living Communities of Greater Baltimore and Columbia. Today is October 29th. And this morning I'm reading again from Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes. And I opened it up to page 11, and my eyes landed on the first paragraph, which actually starts on page 11, so I'm going to backtrack one sentence. Every person is surrounded by a thought atmosphere. This mental atmosphere is the direct result of thought, which in its turn becomes the direct reason for the cause of that which comes into our lives. Through this power, we are either attracting or repelling. Like attracts like, and we attract to us just what we are in mind. It is also true that we become attracted to something that is greater than our previous experience by first embodying the atmosphere of our desires. So, what comes to mind immediately in that is to really be aware and intentional about what we think, right? To understand that thoughts are things, not some thoughts, not the thoughts we like. Thoughts, all of them, are things. That the activity of creation responds the same to every thought, no matter what it is. And that same response is yes. Yes. You desire that? Yes. Now, where we don't actually have control is how all of it works out. Law says yes and makes it so. And oftentimes what we experience doesn't necessarily line up with what we thought we were thinking. You ever had that? Well, I thought I was thinking this. I thought I wanted this. And I got this. That is the activity of creation acting on our beliefs. And sometimes our beliefs are unconscious, meaning outside of our awareness. Sometimes there's such deeply held, conditioned generational beliefs that they just operate as this is the way it is, and we have no immediate awareness that it's a belief or that we're even thinking it. That's the beauty of this creative process, which always reflects back to us what we're giving it. And so the term hidden beliefs comes up for me because now I'm experiencing my hidden beliefs. You're experiencing your hidden beliefs. That actually, as uncomfortable as it is sometimes, as downright painful as it is sometimes, it is a point of empowerment, because now that I'm experiencing the outpicturing of my beliefs, I am empowered to change them. Change your thinking, change your life. There is a point in here that I actually disagree with, and I invite you, whenever you're studying, if something comes up that hits you as, yeah, I'm not sure I buy that, argue with it. Sort it out. Do that divine mental wrestling match. That's how all of metaphysics came to be in the first place. You get to argue with this stuff. You get to circle dance it. And sometimes you wind up in the same space, and sometimes you simply have a different experience and understanding of the literature than other people. That's okay. And my experience is my perceptions and what I understand today will be different tomorrow because they're certainly different than they were yesterday. But here's the part where I went, not sure. Through this power, we are either attracting or repelling. My understanding of metaphysics, my understanding of the creative process of creation in general, is that it is 100% wholly creative, affirmative process. And as I understand the word repelling, that's to push something away rather than to affirm something. And I think it's just language. Ultimately, I think it's language getting in the way because I may be experiencing lack, but that doesn't mean I'm repelling my good. It means I have a belief in lack that has to be dealt with. If I'm manifesting the absence of something, it's because I believe in the absence of it, not in the existence of it that I can repel. So that's a little challenging for me, and I will continue to circle dance it because that's how I learn. So I'm going to read this one more time. Take us into our time of meditation. I invite you to just give yourself permission to be present with yourself for the next 5 minutes. Be present to whatever happens, whatever comes to mind, whatever comes to your awareness. Don't try to make anything particular happen, and don't try to prevent anything from happening. Just practice being present with what is. Here's our reading again. Every person is surrounded by a thought atmosphere. This mental atmosphere is the direct result of thought, which in its turn becomes the direct reason for the cause of that which comes into our lives. Through this power, we are either attracting or repelling. Like attracts like, and we attract to us what we are in mind. It is also true that we become attracted to something that is greater than our previous experience by first embodying the atmosphere of our desire. So let's take that into our time of meditation and contemplation. And breathing in a little deeper, becoming a little more aware, I recognize, I know again, that there is one power, one presence, nameless, changeless, limitless, yet known by many, many names. In this moment, I recognize it as love, as life, as peace, power, presence, as God, as the great mystery. I know it as all of creation. And I recognize that I am made out of it, by it, to be it, to expand its experience of itself. And that what is true of me must be true of every expression of creation. And so in this, I recognize the wholeness, the completeness, the perfection of one expressing in multiplicity, never separate from itself, never diminished or tired or used up, consistently, continuously giving of itself to its creation, in its creation, as its creation. The creative process that is that activity of manifestation is fully present and active in each expression of creation at its level of expression. So I know that I am a portal of divine expression. I am a portal where that idea of desire makes itself known, that urge, that nudge to create, to express. And so I choose to be aware. I choose to say yes to that divine nudge. I choose to risk the discomfort of newness to express more life, more love, more peace, more God, more. And I know that what I speak for the individualized expression of me, I speak for all of life. In the power and the truth of unity, what is spoken for one is spoken for the whole. And it is the word itself, the whole itself, speaking for itself. No separation. And so knowing that this activity of creation is one operation, I know that the doer, that aspect of action within the one, has already acted upon the word of itself and made it so. And so, in this human iteration, I remind myself to let go. To let go of all conditioned thinking, to turn away from condition and stand firmly in the promise of the perfection of the spiritual truth of my being. So I let go of all the conditions. I let go of all of the static in the radio of my brain. I let it go. I let go of all the doubt. I let go of all the fear. I let go of all the what ifs, if only, yes buts. And I stand on the agency of the creative process that I am in form and claim it as done, whole, perfect and complete, done. It can be no other way. So knowing it is this way, I release, I celebrate, I let go. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.